Hey everyone, Coach Matt over here, Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Well, if you checked out our video from yesterday, what you guys saw is that the entire video is dedicated to what the power foot, what my right foot does as I come through out of the back of the circle and start to land in that power position. The back foot never, ever, ever stops turning. The whole time you're going through, the back foot is turning until you finish at the very end, okay? Now that's something that a lot of people don't realize, is that as you're coming out of the back of the circle, the foot is always turning, constantly turning. Even when it plants, it still continues to turn, 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 the whole way around. Well, now we have to talk about what the blocking leg, what that non-power leg and non-power foot does as you land out of that mirror turn and land in that power position. Now, in order to do this, what I want you guys to visualize is a high school pole vaulter. Here's why. If you've ever watched high school pole vault, especially with younger athletes who are just starting out that might not know too much about the event, high school pole vault, really, what an athlete does is they run up with the pole, they jam the pole in the back of the box, there's not a lot of bend in the pole, and basically the athlete hits the box and goes forward in the air. There's not a lot of bend to the pole. It's a nice rigid bang, stick in the box, and then they go flying straight up, kind of go up and over. That is basically what your left leg does. You have to picture that your left leg and your left foot is like that pole vault pole. It just jams right down in the ground. And what happens when you jam that foot and jam that leg into the ground is that what is above, for example, the vaulter that's at the top of the pole, what's at the top of that pole, meaning your upper body and that shot put, is going to continue to go upwards and to go forward. So what we want to do is we want to talk about blocking with that left leg, making that left leg act the same way that the pole does when a young pole vaulter goes through the motions. So what we want to talk about is as you're coming through the shot, as you're coming out of the back, you're coming out of that rotation, we're landing in that mirror turn. At this point, the right leg is still turning. Let me back up so you can see this well. The right leg is still turning. As the right leg turns, the left leg turns as well. It stays nice and straight, and you slam that left heel down on the ground. Notice the angle that I'm at is the same angle that the pole is at when an athlete pole vaults. Turning the foot, slamming the heel down, straight leg. Now the right leg keeps turning, and look what happens. Because your leg is straight, because the foot is slammed down, we go from turning the back foot and just kind of turning around. Now we're turning this back foot and we're turning up and into the throw. So really, if we didn't extend that leg, if we didn't plant the foot, all we'd be doing is just turning and pushing forward. By planting with that left heel and keeping that left leg straight, now our body is telling that shot. Our lower body is telling the upper body exactly the correct angle that we should be pushing at, and it's getting us to stop from turning around to turning into the throw and upward. That's very, very important. That's the blocking motion at the end of the throw. Now, we've talked about the block plenty of times in other videos. If you check out our discus video, you'll see a whole video dedicated to the block. If you check out the shot put glide video series, you're going to see, I think, 2 videos dedicated to the block. One for lower body and one for upper body. But in the rotational shot, as you're coming out of that mirror turn, it is a very, very, very normal bad habit that because you're coming out of the back and mirror turning, that you're just going to keep turning your body forward. That left leg's going to stay bent, and you're going to just turn and kind of nosedive. Get the shoulders and the head down. Make sure that as you keep that left leg straight and turned, that's going to get you that upward, forward motion to get over that toe board and to finish that throw with a lot of power. All right, guys, we're getting near the end. We have one more video coming to you tomorrow dealing with finishing that throw, dealing with the extension of that arm and the pushing of that shot put. All right, so make sure you keep checking us out. Make sure you keep liking these videos on Facebook. Make sure you let your friends know and spread the word about Primal Athlete Training Center. Primal Athlete Training Center, we want primalatc.com to become the online hub, the place where throwers know that they can come to get the best advice on how to throw the different events in track and field, and to get the best advice when it comes to lifting and training to get yourself stronger and more explosive during the season. So make sure you keep letting your friends and your teammates and your coaches know that Primal ATC is the place where you should be coming this summer to improve your throws.